The King's back! Thank y'all once again for tuning in to the one and only Blake Check. It's the culture commentator King Blake tapping in once again. More content for your head top. Now let's get into it. On December 22nd of 2022, Big Scarr, Memphis artist, died. We learned recently that he died from a fatal prescription of pain medications that he OD'd on. Very tragic. You know, anytime you see a young man lose his life like that, it's just heartbreaking to see because it's so avoidable. You know, he died at 22 years old and he had such a promising career ahead of him. You know, they say that he's Pooh Shiesty's cousin. He was signed to 1017, which is Gucci Mane's label, under the Atlantic umbrella. Now, the thing that we have to take away from this, of course, is, you know, the tragedy behind a lot of these young people checking out so early due to drug use and abuse. But also, what comes along with a lot of these early deaths is mourning, and this is really a tragedy, right? And when you have tragedies like this, a lot of times people go through the stages of grief. And for a regular person's death on a day-to-day basis, funerals can often be volatile, hostile. You know, you got a lot of different people coming together from different sides of the family, people who may not necessarily be on the same page, people who may not get along, people who have different visions for how they wanted to see the person put away. It's all these things that come into the pot. And one of the biggest factors that tears a lot of families apart when there is a death in the family is money, right? Because as the saying goes, money is the root of all evil. And well, let's correct that, because I heard Charleston White say the other day, there's a part that's missing from that statement, and that's for the love of money is the root of all evil, right? So we have this situation now where Big Scarr's family put him to rest. Gucci Mane, on behalf of 1017 Records, donated $10,000 for his funeral, and reportedly Atlantic also donated $10,000 for his funeral. Then we have yesterday members of Big Scarr's family, his brother and his sister, coming out saying that Gucci Mane ain't helped them, Gucci Mane ain't do shit for them, Gucci Mane ain't contribute nothing, and on top of all of that, he's asking for his 1017 chains back that Big Scarr had received from him. Now, of course, with such ugly allegations levied at him, Gucci Mane's wife Keisha Kior jumped out there and she sent out the receipts. Like, look, this is the $10,000 that was sent to the funeral home. We helped. We donated to his funeral. We saw his sister get back online and say that $10,000 was a shit. Oh my God.
Period. Like I said, Gucci ain't help with shit. Like I said, Gucci ain't help with shit. 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 Fuck you time, I don't give a fuck about no receipts with no funk ass 10,000 there. Ho, they want enough. My brother's funeral was 60K in all, bitch. 10K. Fuck. It's still fuck him. It's still fuck him. It's still fuck him. What's 10 to 60? What's 10 to 60? What is 10K to 60?
We buried him for $60,000. That $10,000 ain't even a splash in the bucket, according to her. While she was working her UPS job, putting together boxes, she said, $10,000 ain't shit. That's what she said. Listen, some people, man, some people can be so entitled and ungrateful. Now, give him. Should Gucci have asked for his 1017 chain back? That's a matter of conjecture. That you could debate that all day long, because you could say, some people could say Gucci invested in this artist. He did put out 2 albums. He was on a couple of the So Icy projects. Maybe he didn't get his full return on investment for as much as he put into him. So now you're asking to put more money into him when this is something that he's never going to recoup on, possibly. And also, you know, it's hard to say, like, he's just pretty much digging a bigger and bigger financial hole for Big Scarr and his investment into Big Scarr. Then the other side of it is, who cares about money when somebody dies, right? So maybe this family looked at it like they expected more help from him because they thought the love was more genuine and he was genuinely cared about Scarr and was holding Scarr down. I don't see them saying, oh, Pooh Shiesty didn't send us anything, but they want to place the blame on Gucci Mane for not covering the totality. Now, listen, here's the bugged out part, right? The bugged out part is the sister gets online, talk about, we bury him for $60,000. The casket was like $15,000. Then we're gonna cremate him, and then we're gonna put him in a. She meant to say mausoleum, but she said museum. But she really meant a mausoleum. She said, because ain't nobody gonna be stepping on my brother. Yo, I'm not that familiar with the burial process, how everything goes, but do you get cremated and a mausoleum? Like, that's kind of like a waste of money, no? Like, is that a common thing? Is that a common occurrence? Yeah, let me know. I never heard of that. But anything is possible, I'm sure. You know, you put a little bit of the ashes in the mausoleum, and I guess a little bit goes with the family. However y'all want to work that out. 1017 sent $10,000. Atlantic spent $10,000. And the father came out and tried to right the situation and say, yes, we received that money, and I put up the rest. As the father, he put up the rest of the remaining balance to bury his son.
10 bands. Gucci, he signed his 10. Atlantic, they signed their 10 bands. Gucci, he signed his 10 bands. I covered the rest. I appreciate that. Big time. Big time. Certain things were said that shouldn't have been said. It was wrong. Man to man, I wish somebody would have just dialed my, and talked to your guy 100. You know what I'm saying? All this out of control. Gucci them, hey, that's the best thing ever happened to my son. Nobody deserved this here. Nobody ain't asked me for nothing, I ain't heard. But now I don't know where all the story come from, but I know who did it. But y'all forgive him. He a kid, man. He just loved my son to death. I understand the boy heart broke. They heart broke, y'all. He loved dude, man. He'll do anything to let his name live on. But hey, certain things were said that shouldn't have been said. Can't let you throw my family under the bus. My family mean more to me than any views in the world. How it went is how it went. I wish I could, I'm trying to fix it now. Trying to fix it now, y'all. Shouts out to them folks, man.
Hopefully, Big Scarr had some money around where that was able to contribute and put him to rest. A bigger take from this, man, is just like funerals, especially tragic deaths, bring so much confusion and animosity out of people, and it's just a really, really nasty situation, especially when a young person loses their life unnecessarily. And who knows, from a business perspective, right? Let's step back for a second from the humane approach. From a business perspective, maybe Gucci Mane is looking at it like, I invested so much into this young man and I'm disappointed in the way that he went out. Who knows, maybe he might have talked to him about his drug abuse. Who knows, maybe he might have been on him about getting cleaned up. We don't know. So to continue to say he should have done more, we don't know how much Gucci has done exactly. But one thing we do know is that when you see families show no gratitude for anything, even the smallest bit of help, and they want to get out there and kick his back in, when Shorty is working at UPS, bro, you probably make like what? Let's say you making $30,000 to $40,000 packing up them boxes. That $10,000 ain't nothing. That's at least 3 months out of your year. That's at least 3 months of you waking up out your bed, taking your ass to work, getting told what to do for $40,000 a year, if you lucky. Some people in those positions probably making like 30, 35. But $10,000 ain't shit. Hey, what's your thoughts on this, man? I see both sides of it, but I just hate the fact that the family went out like this, man. You can't take away from the legacy of the young man that you want to honor so much and hold in such high regard by just looking nasty out here. Just looking nasty. It just looks nasty. But that's my food for thought, man. Y'all do the dishes. Respond in the comments. Let me know what y'all think. Who side you on in this manner? Big Scarr family? Or do you understand everything in the way that Gucci Mane and his family decided to rock with it? It's King Blake. More content for your head top. We gone.